Hey Scorpio. I am going to see how your January is looking. Let's see. What was I thinking? And of course, I want to remind you guys that you should check your Astro macros, your sun, moon, rising, and also your Venus, because I feel like, your moon and your Venus together kind of rule your emotion and love a lot. Sometimes, like say I have a Virgo moon. If I notice it's like a strong full moon or something that month, I might be more likely to watch that. Or say, when the moon is going to be the same moon as my moon, I might watch my moon more. A lot of times I just watch my sun, but I will watch, like I have a Scorpio ascendant, and sometimes I feel like can relate more to some of the Scorpio readings, which is strange, but I just do. So you might want to check those. And let's see. Also, those of you who have subbed and comment and like, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it very much. It means a lot to me, guys. I don't think I have been happier doing anything else besides this, other than maybe like when long time ago, I used to get to be a tour guide for ghost tours when I lived in Galveston. And honestly, I think I was so happy there. I didn't really care about the politics in the paranormal field because like, it's weird how they fight. But just being with spirits and in the old historic district, I just loved it. And I love doing this. So we have the Knight of Pentacles in your recent past. We have the Ace of Cups for now, which is beautiful. And we have the Eight of Cups reversed for your future and in January. So I do think you guys have a beautiful new beginning and you're overflowing with something. I think that's because you let go of someone. Probably someone who is not that healthy for you. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, I have a feeling someone might have been even a financial drain on you. This might have been someone who was constantly asking for money, constantly making offers, and having ideas that they didn't follow through on. So you might have been with a very unstable person, and letting them go felt amazing because you actually feel like you're overflowing with your life, your love, your stability, your passion again. And you might have even found someone new that resonates with you, because this overflowing cup can definitely be new, beautiful love, right? And I think having the Eight of Cups reversed right here, I don't know, it just feels a little bit like off, I guess it's because you're not letting go of something. Like, maybe even if you have this new beginning, there's still a part of you who can't let go of that person who wasn't good for you. Maybe you had a really divine connection with that person, but they just are not available. They're not accountable. They're not, they're not healthy for you. But for some reason, I think even if you have this wonderful new relationship or you're having a wonderful new time on your own, I think there's this part of you that keeps kind of like, when it's quiet late at night, when you can't sleep, or when you're sitting there watching TV, even with your new partner, your mind keeps drifting off to this other person that you kind of, miss, or you wish that you could talk to or something, I don't know. Some of you, this could actually have been a masculine energy of someone that you knew at work, and maybe they're just, maybe it was not even someone you were ever really with. It was someone that like if it wasn't a very unstable person physically, financially, it could have been someone who you knew in the workplace, or someone that you knew, in some kind of material setting, like say an organization, a group that you volunteered for, and you kind of like had your eyes on this person, but maybe their eyes were somewhere else. And even though you have this beautiful, overflowing, loving relationship and passion right now, or you're in love with yourself again and you feel like you feel really alive, when you least expect it, you're thinking about them. You know, they're affecting you this January. You have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Maybe you felt good about yourself when you provided for them. Maybe you felt like you were on top of your game whenever you were able to take care of someone else. You know, oftentimes people get that way because they feel validated when they feel needed. And whenever they can provide for someone financially or stability wise, or provide them a place to live or sleep, or, you know, have some sense of being the head of the relationship, it validates you, because some people really need to feel needed, you know? And I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but if that's what you're doing, you do need to ask yourself if that's why. Like, is this really a person that you were in love with? Are they affecting your flow, your overflow right now? Or did you really just miss being the one that felt valuable? You know, you don't want to, like, your value isn't based on what you can do for other people. Don't forget that. Your value isn't based on, you know, being the provider. That's not where your value lies. You know, you don't have to sit here and wish that you could save everyone, because that's not your job. Your job is not to save everyone. If anything, our job is to help people learn to save themselves. You know, sometimes when we are providing for people and taking care of people and stuff, all we're doing is enabling them. You know, you want a partnership that's level, on a level playing field with you. And it doesn't have to be. I mean, you can have a healthy relationship as a provider. You definitely can. But I'm just saying, I mean, that can be a wonderful dynamic. Absolutely. It can be very healthy. But what I'm saying is, if it's affecting you and you're sitting there missing it and thinking about it, and it's not, I mean, I would say that's a healthy dynamic if, like, the 10 of Cups came out. You know what I mean? Not the 8 of Cups reversed. I don't think so. I don't think that's what you need right now, honey. Okay, we've got Temperance reversed at the bottom of the deck. There's definitely an imbalance going on, and that's the reason why I'm saying this. Okay, they wanted to speak a lot, and I let these cards do what they want because they're amazing. Whoo, let's see here. You know, Ace of Cups reversed there. So in the past, it didn't feel like you had as much overflow to give. You know, you still kind of felt like the hero coming to save the day. And whoever this other person is, they probably were a bit defensive and kind of like, no, I got this. I'm all on my own. I don't need you. And I think that this person might have made you feel a little bit small. And you kind of were like, oh, I can't kid myself. I can't be the hero this person wants me to be. And let's see. Knight of Coins reversed. 7 of Cups reversed. I think you just, okay, let's put it this way. What I'm seeing here, let me look at this too. I gotta go a piece at a time. I'm picking up on too much. Okay, I really feel like this overflow might be that you feel more able to be that hero now than you did 10 months ago, or 10 days ago, or, you know, a year and a half ago. Like, I think you feel like you're ready to take on the role you wanted so bad to provide for this person. The problem is, like, I think they kind of knew that you were wanting to be the hero even when you didn't have enough to give. Like, you want to save people. You're always wanting to save people. And I think you were already being drunk dry by other people. And so this person was like, no way. I know your type. You got to save everyone type. And I'm not having it. And I think they did. They made you feel small. They made you feel rejected. They made you feel like, you know, this is not going to go anywhere. I think like, as a matter of fact, I think that this, for those of you this is resonating with, this Knight of Pentacles reverse isn't necessarily an unstable person. For some of you it is, or I wouldn't have said it, and you know that. But for some of you, that's how this person made you feel. You know, they made you feel like you were not enough for them. And you decided to look elsewhere. You're like, I'm going to take what little bit of money I have and offer it elsewhere. And you didn't really find as many options as you thought you would. You know, maybe you thought, hey, I have a little bit to offer other people. I know I can find someone who appreciates me, someone to save. I can find somebody that needs me. And so you went off looking, but with these reversed, both the Knight of Pentacles and the, or is it, yeah, okay, and the Seven of Cups reversed, like, I feel like you didn't find what you were looking for. So you come back around, the world didn't have anything to offer you, and now you feel kind of like stuck. You don't feel empowered. Or I should say you didn't. Let's backtrack. Let's say you didn't. You feel like the world had nothing to offer you. Except maybe someone who was a burden. Maybe someone who was a bit pushy, bossy, controlling, manipulative. And the reason why I don't say is now is because now you have that beautiful Ace of Cups overflowing. Like, I think you've gone through this crazy journey since you have been with this other person or wanted to be with this other person. Like, you have been through a lot. Like, it's so strange because I don't think other people understand how much Scorpios think. Like, you may not be an air sign. You may have air in your chart, so check your macros. But Scorpios, like, obsessively think. I have Scorpio ascendant. I get it. I have too much in my chart. That makes me overthink. But, like, you may care and think and really try to solve other people's problems a lot more than they know. Most people have no clue you even care about them the way that you do. Most people have no idea how much you can love and obsess and ruminate and wish and daydream and long to be with someone. Scorpios, I would say, okay, I have known Scorpios that are definitely over-sexual and shallow, okay? But I would say the most underlooked thing about Scorpio energy is the amount of time they care and don't show it. I know other astrologers know that. I'm not an astrologer because I was doing my solar return and I was like, holy fuck, so much stuff makes sense now. You know, old people that were gossiping about me trying to come back around, and like me finding out that like I might actually have like high functioning autism and things. All of this is the Pluto third house stuff in my solar return. It's already in my third house. I'm like, oh fuck. Like, it's bringing all the unconscious to the surface for me. And as I study all this stuff, I learn more about myself. Doing your solar return can never hurt, guys. And also your your natal and your transits. People that don't believe in astrology have not actually looked at it. But between reading all this stuff, I think it was like Astro Signature or some website. They had all these pictures of different, astrological scenarios. I can't count how many times I picture Scorpio. When they write Scorpio, they're like standing on the sidelines watching everyone. How long have you stood on the sidelines watching this person? Thinking about them. Obsessing over when you're going to be good enough for them so you can go in and save the day. You know, it's like you have so much to offer right now, and you know that. But instead, you're going to sit there and like pine over someone you're not even with, wishing you could save them? Like, is that really what you want to do with your time and your energy and your heart? You know, I mean, I do not want to hurt you at all. I love the way Scorpios love other people, but I want to tell you, really, get out of your head and live your life, okay? Quit ruminating over someone that you're not with. I guess I shouldn't tell you not to be you, because, I mean, people need to appreciate that about Scorpios, how much they love and keep in the shadows. But I'm just like, okay, let's put it this way. You have this Ace of Cups that you have right now. You are full of joy. You're full of overflow. You have a lot to offer, and you know that. But you might let this long lost love of yours, bring you down a little bit. And you don't want to do that. You either need to go approach them and say something or move on. And if they're not reachable or you can't approach them or you just won't, again, move on. Love yourself. How often do you actually love yourself? I think you've been doing it. I do. I think you do. You wouldn't have this if you didn't. I think you're finding your worth and your value, and that's why you feel ready and prepared to go to this person, right? Okay, we have the hawk. I do think the hawk is telling you, let's look at the bigger picture. You got this. You know how to do this. You know, let's let go of the small stuff, okay? Now, let me find this because I really, with it being the last card, I know those of you who have watched me before know I kind of like to read one card out of a pamphlet so you get the full idea of what it means. Okay, the hawk brings the ability to see your life in perspective, to free you of unnecessary baggage, and to connect you with your ancestral roots. See if you can take some time out of your daily routine to survey your life calmly and to see events in context. The hawk can help you to recollect the missing pieces of the jigsaw you will be trying to assemble, and he will help you to spot the details which are significant. When you have a sense of your roots and of the breadth of your life, you will start to feel pride and a growing sense of nobility and stature. Once you know where you have come from and where you are going, your life will be filled with inspiration and enthusiasm. You will sense a new day dawning, and you will be able to make decisions with confidence. So yeah, I mean, it is so beautiful how you always want to love and save people. It is. And if you want to use your energy to try to put pieces together about this person you missed, that's fine. But when you have this much to offer, guys, you do want to get in connection with your roots, who you are, why you're here, and value that. You have a lot to offer. And you know, what is meant for you, you cannot lose. You know, you have to be on the right path. You don't want to fight that path of truth that is flowing in this universe. You're being guided in a direction, and it's okay to not know it all. But you can put a lot of pieces together. If anyone can, you can. You know, I know, because like if you're thinking the way you are, you probably do. You sit there and you pull this in and you pull that in and you pull this in, and you're sitting there like observing everything, you know. But just do it in a way that's healthy and balanced and serves you and serves the highest good. You got what it takes to do it. I know you do. You know, and you can definitely still make this a beautiful thing if you really are determined you don't want to let that person go and you really want to think about them in January. Just make sure you stay balanced and keep your overflow too. Just don't let it get you depressed or discouraged. Remember your worth. You have found it, so don't lose it. I hope you guys have a wonderful January 2023. I love you and I bless you. Until next time.